Hey guys, my name is Jonathan. I'm with Brightview Exteriors. We're currently at Miss Denia Batres property. Address is 4318 Townsley Avenue in Temple Hills, Maryland. Zip code 20748. Today's May 1st. It's about 1 o'clock now. About 60 degrees outside. Claim number for e-reinsurance is A as an apple, A00006806356. So what we're looking to do today is attempt a repair upon a damaged shingle that wasn't initially encountered for the initial inspection. I'll demonstrate here shortly the shingle that is in need of repair due to some wind crease damage. And then there's also significant other damage along the front side here of the roof. So let me show you here closely the shingle that we're replacing, also the control area of where we'll be kind of demonstrating the different granule loss from the area that we aren't affecting from the shingle, and then the area that we are manipulating around due to us having to manipulate a couple shingles above it and then a shingle below it when attempting this repair. So as you can see here, I X and underline here the area of where we are attempting this repair today, and the reason for is, like I initially mentioned, is due to a crease shingle here. You can see the line, you can see the damage there. You can see that this still here, it's still adhes and still intact. No issues there. And then let me demonstrate you guys my control area, and let me demonstrate here the granule um, with the soft brittle brush here. So let me put you guys down real quick, and let me demonstrate that for you guys here shortly. Um, and as you can see in the far up left, you'll see some missing shingles. I'm sure, as you guys know, it's due to some wind damage. So let me demonstrate you guys here with the brush. Um, and again, this is my control area, so little to no granule loss there. And then we'll differentiate the two areas of my control area and the area where I'll be conducting this repair today. All right. So let me flip you guys here properly to the area of repair. Um, so we'll be focusing that on that now. Let me adjust this stand. All right. Okay. So yeah, we'll start by maneuvering around the shingles so that we can remove this adhesive. And these are all the tools that I'll be using today are all industry approved tools in order to conduct a proper repair. All right. So we got the shingle that we're looking to remove and replace. You can see that there, the difference. All right, and then the one underneath it. And then the one above it. All right. Now let's see. It's already a nail semi sticking out here. So that'll be easy to remove. Um, you can see here, let me demonstrate. The nail is rusted, completely rusted from the area that was affected due to the wind damage. Um, Water was seeping through there, and more than likely was causing already some type of leakage into the property. All right, let's see here. Over here, we got a nail pop. I'm gonna demonstrate to you guys what the nail pop looks like. You can see that there clearly. There's a nail pop. And again, I'm doing my best to keep these shingles at a 45-degree angle to keep this repair as minimal damage as possible. So what we'll do, again, mentioning the nail pop, we'll have to go underneath it and try to find that nail. Which has been punctured through, even through the shingle underneath that one. So we'll even have to manipulate this shingle here in order to just remove that one single nail, because it's not, and even then it's still, from what I believe, this is a multiple layer roof, so that makes it even more difficult. So there's one, two, so yeah, it's a 3-layer roof. So more than likely what happened was when they initially installed this third line of roof shingles is that the nail went right through all the 3-layer roof, just to try to hit some wood, and that's what's causing these nail pops. So that's never good. All right. You got another nail pop here. Let me demonstrate to you guys the nail pop. It's right there. You can kind of see it. Looks rusted, meaning water has been able to intrude there, which is never good. Let's use the roof snake. See if that can come help with the nail removal successfully. There we go. Let me demonstrate to you guys the rusted nail there. You can see that that's not good. All right. There's another nail here. This one came out successfully. Uh, Definitely some rust along the long area of the nail rather than the top. You can see that there, some rust. Luckily, no nail pop, no nail pop on that one. So let's continue this removal here. Another nail here. Let's use the thinner one. Another nail successfully removed. All right. So the shingle that we are looking to repair is fully nail free. Now we got to remove the nails from the above one. Which we got a nail pop here. Nail pop here. Oh, and that was so rusted that the head of the nail actually came completely off from the stem. You can see that there. That's so rusted that the stem just ripped right apart. So let's hope that we can still get that out, which I don't think it's a possibility. This one came out successfully. All right, no issues with that one. I think we should be good to just pull it out. Boom. All right. So let's assess the shingle that we removed. We're looking for mat transfer, which there's plenty of. Let me demonstrate that to you here on the flat end. So you can see here some clear views here of mat transfer from the shingle above it, which just means that that shingle above it is now damaged. Again, doing my best to keep this at a 45-degree angle. You can see here mat transfer from the shingle that we removed. All right, you can see that there. Look how completely rusted that is there. And that's again due to the fact that there is a 3-layered roof. So when they went into shingle this new roof, this newer roof that's on top, that nail just punctured right through just to catch some of the wood. That way, it would have just been floating, pretty much just on the three-layer shingle, and that wouldn't have been any good. But I mean, you can see that clearly. That's definitely no good. All right. Yeah. But yeah, definitely some mat transfer there. And then we'll be replacing it with. So unfortunately, the audio on my microphone canceled there. I'm guessing because my microphone died. But we were just starting to begin the replacement of the shingle. I went ahead and just took measurements of the old shingle, make sure that they were both the same size at the length and height. So I believe they were both about 46 inches, if I can remember clearly, and about 12 from top to bottom. So they were both the same correct sizing. Just however, the exposure on the tab was a little bit longer on the newer shingle than it was on the older shingle, so that will cause issues when it comes to installing the new shingle, just because of the fact that the shingle above it will be exposed over the adhesive, probably about maybe, I want to say maybe half an inch or less, quarter of an inch maybe. However, that will cause for any potential wind to blow it up and kind of just, damage that shingle just because it's not adhesed at the end. So here I start to kind of just get ready to begin the process of installing the roof, the new shingle. As you can see, and I'm doing my best there to keep all these shingles above it at a 45-degree angle, just to minimize any potential damage to them. So that tab fits in pretty well. Again, because the sizing were about the same. Again, it was just the exposure that was a little above from the previous shingle. Making sure it's all lined and perfectly straight.
And there I start to begin the process of nailing the shingle down, where it's a little difficult to do while trying to keep the shingle at a 45-degree angle, just because I need to be able to have room enough to kind of hammer that down. Initially, there was 4 nails. I believe 3 nails. I went in ahead and added 4, just to make sure that it's nailed down properly. And another thing to notice is, as I was nailing the new shingle down, was that due to the roof being a 3-layer shingle, the nail that I had was actually an inch and a quarter, which is normally standard for a roof. However, in this occasion, due to the 3-layer roof, that nail more than likely did not puncture through the decking. So that nail might actually just be floating, because as I was hammering in the nail, I noticed that it was going in pretty easy. Doesn't seem like I was penetrating any decking, which honestly it's not not good, just because of the fact that whenever there's a next windstorm or anything like that, that shingle isn't actually tucked in or penetrated any type of decking to make sure it doesn't fly off. So that alone just kind of causes concerns for the homeowner. So there I was. I had completed the repair. I will go ahead and kind of show you where the adhesive line is. You can see it's about, I want to say, I didn't measure it exactly, but I want to say about maybe half an inch above normal from the rest of the roof, which again will end up curling those shingles at the tip on the ends, and then eventually it'll get enough wind for it to fully just kind of float, right? You can see nailed those shingles above it as well, making sure those are back in place. And I'll go ahead and demonstrate the reason for it. All right, so that's me just going ahead and making sure that all the nails that I removed were put back. So the tab above the shingle where we were replacing, making sure that's also back in place, nailed in properly, exactly where it had been nailed. Just obviously just to make sure that the repair was done correctly. And again, it's just very, very difficult to kind of hammer that nail in while trying to keep that shingle about a 45-degree angle. So I will go ahead and I start to kind of mark the area of manipulation that we work with, double checking to see what damages we may have caused to the shingles above and below it, the surrounding shingles due to the repair. You can see there the damages on the end of the shingle there. just from the area when we were trying to, kind of hammer in that nail. Just the space for it is just not available, due to trying to keep that shingle from creasing as much as I, possibly could during the repair. You can see the lining there of the creases that were done, while we were conducting this repair to the shingles above it. You can see, and you can see here too as well, the shingle below it, it's not adhesed anymore, which more than likely won't, because the adhesive is just kind of gone, and there was some mat transfer on the ends there, so that's me causing damage to the shingles below it, just because it's, it was initially adhesed, but now due to this repair, it's not there anymore, right? So I marked this attempt a fail, just because of the damages that were caused to the surrounding repair, and it's just not, it's not a repairable roof. You can see I start to show the damages, and then conducting a repair to all those shingles that are there, it's just going to cause more bad than good to this homeowner's roof. So I would say this is a full repair. I circled there a soft spotted area as well. It just felt like the wood was either rotted there, just not in good condition. And then shortly here, I will be showing you guys the control area again, where I show the granule loss from the area that we weren't, using or replacing. Right, you can see very to minimal, really no granule loss, right? Practically there, because it was an area of no repair. And then let me go ahead and show you guys the area that we were repairing. There was tons of granule loss, which was kind of hard to see from the video here, but you can see the granule. Even on the new shingle, we had granule loss, just because, trying to squeeze that shingle under something that was already there. But tons of granule loss to that shingle surrounding it. So again, I marked this repair as a fail. Too much, it just causes too much damage to the surrounding area. Just trying to conduct these repairs, and then those shingles up there will eventually cause the same problem, just by conducting these repairs to this homeowner.